Today, you are going to learn how to write better explainer video scripts. In fact, the script writing tips I'm going to share with you are what I've used over the past decade to write basically hundreds of scripts for clients all over the world. And thanks to those 7 tips, our client videos are doing extremely well. Now, I should warn you, if you're expecting the latest hacks, you're going to be disappointed. What you will get instead are solid tips that are going to work right now, they're going to work next year, and basically they're going to keep working forever, because those are the solid foundation pillars of explainer video script writing. I'm Eduard Stinga, founder of Videoplasty, and let's dive right in. When I first launched my video agency business many years ago, there was basically no explainer script writing guide, so there was nowhere to learn from. So what I had to do instead was study all the copywriting giants, and I literally watched more explainer videos and ads than I can remember. And I slowly came up with a formula that, to put it simply, just works. And today, I'm gonna pull the curtain and share those secrets with you here on YouTube for free. So, it's time for me to show you the 7 most powerful script writing strategies. So without further ado, let's dive right in with tip number 1. I've seen so many videos where all they talk about is us, we, our company, but nothing about you. We do this, we do that, and so on. It's not a surprise that people are selfish, and at this point, they just want to know what's in it for them, and they honestly don't really care about you, which is completely normal. You want to frame as much as possible around your potential buyer, not around your company. And it's perfectly fine if you have to mention your company a couple of times, but even then, make sure you relate it to the buyer somehow. So let me give you an example. We worked really hard to make the process as easy as possible, so you don't have to worry about anything. Or, our SEO company has been awarded this and that, which means that you are in good hands. Make sense? Tip number 2, read it out loud. It might sound slightly ridiculous, but this is extremely powerful because the way we write is much different than the way we speak. And there's no better example about this than really bad Hollywood films with really poor dialogue. It just sounds so fake and annoying. And the same is true for your explainer video. You want it to sound like a real, honest, genuine conversation between you and your viewer, not some generic corporate gibberish. So give it a try. Read your explainer script out loud and see how it feels. If something feels wrong, just spend a bit more time on it and improve that part until it sounds good. Tip number 3, sleep over it. Well, this one is pretty simple, but let me just explain it for you real quick. Don't try to push yourself to make a great script on your first draft, because it's most likely not gonna happen. Just start putting some words on a piece of paper or in a Word document and, just get things started basically. Because no great copywriter, Hollywood script writer, or novel writer ever gets it right the first time. Everyone knows it's all about improving and editing your drafts. And if you spend a significant amount of time working on a script or a novel or whatever, you just get so absorbed into it that you might miss out on the small, very important details. And there's nothing better than taking the day off from writing the script, going to sleep, and coming back the next day in the morning with a pair of fresh eyes to look at the script again, because you will look at it in a different light. It makes a huge difference. Tip number 4, know your audience. And this one is extremely crucial, and it's pretty much the foundation of any great explainer video script. Without this, you're just shooting in the dark and basically casting a net so wide and crossing your fingers that it's gonna work. Trust me, it won't. You have to investigate like a detective and find out everything you can about your target audience. Who they are, what gender, what age, where do they hang out, what's the problem that they're dealing with right now, what's the problem with the solutions that they have to the problem that they're dealing with, how they talk, what sort of phrases and words they use. Basically, try to find out as much as possible about them. Because if you know all this, you are going to be able to make the script more relevant. And if the script is relevant to the target audience, they're going to keep watching. And if they keep watching, they're much more likely to buy something from you. So here's an example. We recently made a video for a software company selling a software solution to a demographic a business demographic that wasn't very good with technology, right? So the way we started that video was with a simple line that asked the question, are you feeling confused with technology? Now, if someone in our target audience hears that line, it basically hits the nail straight on the head, because their only reaction is going to be, yes, that's me. I'm listening right now. What more do you have to say? Tip number 5, the call to action. And I see people get this wrong all the time, so you definitely want to pay attention to this one. You have to understand an explainer video is just a short 1 to 2 minute piece of content, and its purpose is to raise awareness, to create awareness about you, your company, or your product, and basically create interest for the viewer to discover more. Getting a sale directly after 1 minute is pretty hard. So you want to think about your call to action quite a bit and go for something softer, not a hard sale. Something that won't turn people away immediately. So for example, you could say something like, scroll below this video to book a demo right now. And now when you're in the demo, that's when you go for the sale, because now you have 30 minutes with the client, not just 1 or 2 minutes. Or even a simple call to action such as scroll below this video to find out more. Just don't go for a hard close that says buy now. Tip number 6, ask questions. Did you know that? What if there was a solution that? What if you could solve this problem without X problem? Questions are extremely powerful. First of all, because they engage the user to think or imagine certain things. And second of all, because you can use a NLP or sales technique called future pacing, where you ask your viewer to imagine himself or herself in a future desired situation. And of course, then you connect that situation with how your solution can bring them there. You see how that works? It's very powerful. Tip number 7, you have to deal with emotions, not with facts. One of the most well-known philosophers of our time, his name is Alain de Botton, probably not pronouncing his name right, said something like this. At the heart of successful entrepreneurship is an accurate insight into the causes of human unhappiness. To be an entrepreneur means essentially to become an expert at the things that make life difficult for people. That is very profound. You have to understand that most of the times, human emotions are what drive people to make a purchase. I mean, sure, facts have a place as well, but usually emotions are much more powerful. Just think about it. We all know that one person who buys the newest iPhone every single year it comes out. Do you really think that person needs an iPhone that's 14% slimmer with a battery that lasts 12% longer and a processor that's 11% faster? Like last year's phone wasn't good enough for his day-to-day activities. It's all about how that new phone made him feel. It's all about that feeling of novelty, that exciting variety and significance, and maybe even how his social circle looks at him. Oftentimes we do things for emotional reasons and we later justify them with rationalizations. So, did you learn something new today? If you did, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. Just click the subscribe button below this video right now. Now, I want to turn it over to you. What's the number 1 tip that you learned today about writing better explainer video scripts? Is it asking questions in future pacing? Or knowing your audience like a detective? Either way, let me know by leaving a comment below this video. And if you'd like to get a custom-made video done by a company that produced hundreds of explainer videos for clients all over the world, be sure to check out our website, have a look at our portfolio, and get in touch by using the link below this video.